Welcome, everybody, to the Bob Dodd Show. You ready?
Man, I'm always ready, man.
Today, I have a new friend of mine in studio. Super to have Jabre. Dude, I've been watching your videos, your little shorts. I've been kind of like questioning some of the things that I'm doing in my life. And, you know, just basically a lot of things that you have on your short videos, it makes me think.
Oh, wow.
And I find them interesting. And the fact that you're, you know, traveling the path of for Jesus is something that I find remarkable. And you don't see that in a lot of shorts. And if you do see them, they seem a little tacky or maybe put on,
that.
You know?
So
when I'm watching your videos, I can see, you know, you're going through things and you're thinking, how do I do this? Is it working for me? Maybe. I don't. And then you give your advice, and you know, just like with any advice, you could take it or leave it. And I think you give good advice. You know,
man, I definitely appreciate that. I think for me, being vulnerable and letting people know that like it's hard. This walk is hard because I tell people all the time. You know how long I have been in sin?
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, being a Christian, I've been a Christian for like 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you know how many times I done had to stop and be like, okay, Lord, Father, forgive me.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know I was wrong, but it takes a lot for a person to get back up and start over again. A lot of people fail and never go back.
Yeah.
Like, they won't try it again. They'll just keep doing what they're used to doing.
Yeah. With failing, I mean, dude, we're going to fail the rest of our life. And that's why, you know, like you're going to basically fall short because we're human.
I get that.
You know what I mean? So when we're pushing forward in our own lives, you know, I think that God just wanted us to love and like really help everybody around. And,
That's right.
You know, we met at work. You're a fellow operator. You operate equipment like I do. And when you're in those construction sites, you know, it's easy to lose track of what you have going on around you, right?
Yeah.
You know, that's just like life, man. Life, you lose track of what's going on around you. And what do you have to stay focused on? You have to stay focused on being safe at work.
That's right.
You know? Well, we also have to stay focused on Jesus.
That's
right?
extremely right.
So like,
absolutely right.
When, you know, like it, you know, my religion is not like a construction site, but that analogy is like, you know, it's easy for our brains to go off. Like in conversations, I'll be talking with people and all of a sudden something silly is like, oh, 3D printers come in my brain. And you know, the person across from me is talking and I'm just sitting there thinking 3D printers. And I'm like, oh man, there's 15 seconds of this conversation I didn't even have, you know? But I find it interesting, you know, so have you always known about God and just started maybe practicing religion 3 years ago, or did you find Jesus 3 years ago?
So I grew up, so my grandmother had me in church all the time. And when my mom was living here, she had us in church most of the time. But my grandmother, when I was a young kid, all I wanted to do was on the weekend go to grandma's house.
Yeah.
And so one big thing about it is I knew when I went to grandma's house, I had to go to church on Sunday.
Yeah.
Or if, you know, I was there for like a holiday, you know, from school, I would have to go to like Bible study, prayer meeting. Like she did the whole nine, like for a long time.
Yeah.
So even after my mom passed and I was still, you know, with grandma, like same thing.
Yeah.
Bible study, prayer meeting, going to church. So, and I'm going to be honest, I didn't know who God was. I just was taught about him.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And so when I became an adult, I tried to flee away from it. You know, I didn't want to have nothing to do with it for a while.
Yeah.
And the older I got, the more it just stayed on me. Like when I was in relationships and I was in sin, you know what my excuse was to get out of a relationship? I need to go focus on God.
Oh, really? Wow.
I need to go focus on God. Like I really, I felt something burning deep down inside. Like it didn't feel good.
Everybody has excuses though. Like I think my excuse was not even an excuse. Like before I met my wife, I believed in God. I believed in God at a real young age. My father, he fell, got hurt real bad, and we're at the hospital, and I'm in the bathroom of the hospital saying, God, like you got to do this for me. And ever since then I believed.
Wow.
But yeah, so I look at it as like, when did I start practicing? And I knew about God, when I was younger. Friends of mine made websites that like made fun of religion and things like that. And that's just something you did when you were younger or whatever. And I just went along with it, really didn't think about it, And then as I got older, something clicked. It's like, maybe I shouldn't do this kind of thing or do that kind of thing. My morals were already kind of straight. My father and mother, they instilled like good morals for me already. So I was walking I think a decent path. Like I wasn't out hurting people or anything or doing bad or anything like that. But when I met my wife and she said that she was a Christian, I'm just like, yeah, me too. Like, oh, that's great. Yeah. And I didn't really know what it was to be a Christian until I met her and her family.
Wow.
So I have memories of my grandfather on my mom's side. They were really helpful and close with their church. I remember those times, but they passed away when I was about 15 years old.
Wow.
So, from 15, that's probably like the last time we went to church, when I was like 15 years old, until I met my wife. Cause like we would only go to church because it's like Easter Sunday and we would go to my grandparents' church. But to be a practicing Christian, it's a hard pill to swallow every day. Cause like all of the follies, like I messed up here, I did this, or I didn't even know I lied and I lied, or, hey, something isn't right, and that's why I think I connected with your videos.
Okay.
Because there was honesty there. You're walking a life. I'm human. Here's, what I think you should be doing. If you're in this situation, this is what I think you should be doing. And I think you were given good advice. And I've watched so many of your videos because they come up in my YouTube feed that I forget what you were talking about relationships.
Oh, yeah. That's a tough one. People don't want to hear that.
Well, I think people ought to hear.
They want to, but they don't want to put in the work to actually have a successful one. They just want it to be already right.
It does take a lot of work.
Yeah.
And with having a wife or a girlfriend, there's two different personalities there, two different wants, two different needs.
Oh yeah.
I think that like what's your outlook on that? Like if you're a practicing Christian, what do you think people 21, 22 years old, because we have a lot of 21, 22-year-old kids that have kids. I shouldn't even say they're kids because they're full-blown adults, but they have kids and they're working at the site that we're working at. And I'm not going to name the site because I don't think we should, but young guys coming up trying to be apprentice for, steel, pipe, boilermakers, and some of them are out there chasing life.
Chasing that money.
Yeah, chasing money, chasing the girls. Some of them already chased enough girls that they got one pregnant and they're waiting on a kid.
Yeah.
What advice would you give to a youngin' like that?
I think somebody was giving me that advice and I wasn't taking it. But I would say you can make a lot of bad decisions trying to figure things out on your own. And what took me, so I'm going to tell you just a little backstory. Do you know how long it took for me to actually trust God?
Oh.
Like, I'm talking about after being a Christian, like, still, like, the one thing that I struggled with trusting God with was who I want to be with. You see what I'm saying?
Sure.
So I was always trying to, I want her, or I talk to her, and this is going like this, and this is going like this. And when I tell you, biggest fail of my life, everything was a fail.
Yeah.
You hear me? I made some bad decisions. I have 3 kids by 3 different women.
Wow, that's big, man.
It's big because a lot of people don't respect it.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you, they don't respect it at all. But it's okay. That was my past.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to love. My home growing up was broken. So yeah. So for a while, I didn't really have a respect for women. I really dogged women, if it's okay to say it. I dogged them in the past. And when I felt like I was gaining or having feelings, I'd walk away. But
Interesting.
the advice to give to the person that's chasing God is chase God. Like,
Yeah.
he has work. If he has work, and which I know he has work in each and every one of us, like, find that purpose.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I believe in what the word says. He'll add the rest of it to you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? So I did meet a young lady. I met her at church, but I was already watching her videos.
Okay.
Because she had videos like me.
Is she another? Because like, would it be fair to say that you're an influencer? Is that?
I'd say I like to keep it at motivational. You
Okay.
know, I like to keep people motivated. But that's just what I put on the profile. But whatever God wants for me is for me, right?
Yeah.
And so that's what she does. The funny thing is, I started going to a new church, right? And went for a while, decided I wanted to serve. So I started serving at the church. I met this, I went to ask somebody something, and this lady was walking in the back door. I'm looking like, whoa, I just saw her. Like,
Yeah.
so in the midst of seeing her, I just gave her a high five, like a high five. And
Yeah.
I was like, hey, high five, walked off.
Yeah.
And she told me later on, she was like, she turned around and told the guy, I don't know him. Like,
Yeah.
but I had been seeing her videos, and her testimony is like big, right? And so I'm surprised I'm telling this. But anyways,
Yeah.
I got to see her in they call it the station. It's like a cafeteria.
Okay.
And I just took the opportunity to pour into her life. You know what I'm saying? And tell her that, to keep pressing on with the videos, because it's helping. Like, if I'm watching your videos,
Yeah.
if I'm sitting here watching your videos, you're definitely, you're helping somebody. We watching, she like got videos that are like 5+ minutes long. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Like, they're long.
She touches on a lot of different subjects about relationships, or just like
No, just-
women things, or
Just things that
religious
she's
things?
been through in the past. Testimony, you know what I'm saying? Like, she had a tough life.
Yeah.
And I really, I felt the way about it. So after talking to her, she reached back out to me on I guess she found me on social media, because I was sharing her stuff. I was actually sharing her stuff.
Yeah.
And like, when I say we have kind of been like during our off time, we have kind of been like always together.
Oh.
Like family stuff.
Yeah.
I invite her. She's coming. She's with me. But she questions some things.
Sure.
Like, so I have 3 kids by 3 different women, and I don't have the best relationship with those women, right?
Yeah.
And so she questioned me one day. She was like, why would I want to marry a man that does the bare minimum for his kids? And at first, I was a little shocked. But I thought about it. I said, I do the bare minimum. And from that point on, I picked up my slack. You know what I'm saying? And I apologized to two of them. Well, I'm not remember one of them. I did apologize to one of them, and I'm trying to build. But my ex-wife and me, like, we just don't have a great bond, and like, I've tried working with her, but you know, if it's not a we thing, then it's nothing. You know what I'm saying? And so I back off.
Yeah.
I talk to my daughter separately, you know, and when I do text her or say anything about, you know, spending time with my daughter, she'll hit me with, why haven't you paid this balance? You know what I'm saying? Like, that's all I get.
Yeah.
No invitation, no visitation, no nothing.
Well, there has to be a reason for it.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'm not going to sit there and tell you to analyze somebody's movements and thoughts and things like that, because that's going to be impossible to do to anybody.
Yeah.
You know, she's obviously sounds like she's written you off.
Yeah, definitely.
And she's and it's not a negative, positive thing. This is just like, because you write people off on a daily basis, you know, and it's not right. It's not, but you know, sometimes you have to write things off or else it's going to weigh on you. It's going to be one of those things that, you know, impede on what you really should be focused on.
I get it.
So humans, they'll like they'll categorize things and they'll set things aside so they can get through their day. And, you know, so she has a child of yours, you know, so she was expecting XYZ. You were expecting XYZ, and neither of you delivered on what those needs were, right? So it's like, what I would say is you have to figure out what your needs are, right? And then when you figure out what you need, you have to sit there and say, is it realistic?
Yeah. You know what? God was showing me some things last year. So I tried to rekindle. I tried to go back and make what was so wrong right, you know? And we did it. We probably talked for about a month. But my change was so great to her that it was like I don't believe you.
Sure.
You see what I'm saying? Like, because I was a horrible husband. Like, I didn't actually, you know, go out and sleep with anybody while I was there. But when I separated from her, man, I was doing way too much.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. Like, do you want a wife?
Of course.
So with what you've taken in the past, right, all of the situations you put yourself in and all of the different things that you put other people in, and do you ever marinate and actually think about those things?
Do I? But you know what? God is a forgiving God. And, he, you know, it says, don't forget, don't, you know, forgive yourself and don't condemn yourself, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah, there's already a person that got that job.
Yeah, so so I try my best not to worry about the past. Yeah. And I try to press forward and keep moving. If somebody asks me about it, of course, I'm going to share it, right?
Yeah. But learning from it, right? Like, because like these are all tools now that you have in your toolbox.
Oh, man.
Right?
And I love it too, because, man, the biggest thing, even with my day-to-day, I get to minister to young men that I work with, like you. Yeah. And I could see the change. Well, I'm not gonna see the change. I could just see the result, right?
You get to see the gears turning in motion.
Yeah, and then like they're happier. You know, I got young men that come in every day and hey Jabre. You know what I'm saying? Just speaking, I'm looking like I ain't say nothing to nobody else.
Yeah, dude. Like, well, you are a likable dude. So, like, I
appreciate it.
You know, talking to you is easy. So, you know, not only that, like you're put together well. You're an easy approach.
I appreciate it.
You know what I mean? And you should own that because you are helping people. I could tell by your videos that you're putting up there. I mean, you've helped me. I mean, if you can help this guy, I mean, you can help anybody.
Oh wow.
You know,
but you know. With all that being said, all I can do is give God His glory, because if it wasn't for Him, I don't know where I would be. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm very thankful that I can help people. And, you know, I was just looking at it the other night because I used to be so set on numbers, right? And money. Now I don't care, you know? Yeah. And that was another thing that the lady, you know, we're great friends right now, right? And we're just getting to know each other. But since she's been in my corner, she's taught me about finances.
That's big.
Man, that's big. So now I look forward to paying my bills. I look forward to paying my bills on time. And I see what it's doing for me. You see what I'm saying? So now my goals make sense. Yeah. Like they actually make sense because before it was like, oh, if I want something, I got to put down so much money for it, or I got to do this, or I got to go pay cash for it. I can't get it off credit. Yeah. You know why? Because for all these years, I thought that having money in my pocket was better for me, and paying things a little bit later. Paying things a little bit later was going to be like, okay.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, like buying on credit, I mean, everyone has to do it now. I don't know anybody that's so straightforward that they can't. I mean, I know people that make millions of dollars and they're still buying stuff on credit.
Oh, yeah.
They're just buying different things on credit, you know? So it's like when we are taught to live in a system where, hey, open up that credit card because you need to, you know, go to school for this because you're never going to get a job to pay that credit card if you don't have a degree. You know, we have all these things, especially, you know, growing up in the 80s, I remember watching TV shows and all of the guys, like mid 80s, late 80s, going into the 90s, it was like, oh, it's the big overweight husband with the, you know, pretty wife and the kids and everything. And just like, oh man, just falling on the guy. You know, it's like the guy's a dope, you know, UPS driver, garbage guy. And while that was going on, they were pushing really, really hard. Go to school, get a degree. And I don't know. I don't know anybody that has a degree that's really working in the degree that they're working at.
I do, and I don't. I got an aunt, man. She has worked so hard, like, and now she's working in her field. But man, I'm like, I'm really proud of her. Like for real. Like she's like probably the only. I'll say the only woman in my family that I feel like is working in their field that they actually went to school for, and they're quite, I would say, successful. Yeah. But I wasn't trying to veer off from your question. It kind of just took a turn, right?
Yeah. Dude, this is a hangout podcast, dude. I might forget what we talked about 2 minutes ago.
I was like, he probably going to be like, dang, he just went all the way off from the question.
No, not at all. This is a ebb and flow. This is a hangout, man. I'm just happy to get to know you better.
Oh, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That's what's up.
You know, like brothers in Christ. You know, I feel like no matter what we talk about, the topics sometimes can change very, very quickly. Yeah. I stay away from politics. I normally try to stay away from like religious talking too a little bit, just because I'm still learning, right? I don't know a lot. And many people are more leveled than me on the Bible. So they you know, so I learn from other people. And, you know, I have my buddy Andrew in here, and he's such a inspiration to me as far as like how to think about religion, you know, how to think about being a man.
I get it.
So, you know, when I come across a brother in Christ, man, I'm always interested in who they are, man, how they are, you know, what makes you work, what makes you tick, what gives you motivation to stay reading, you know, like what gives you like, because a lot of times, man, when you're going through an issue, like here, when I go through an issue, I don't know how to open up the book. I don't know where to look. So what my wife did for me, she has these little pull tabs that she like tapes to the different chapters.
Man, you're blessed.
Yeah, I am. I'm very, very blessed. So if I'm feeling moody, I just got to go moody, upset, confrontation.
Okay.
And like, I'm like, all right, I know I'm going to prove.
That's what's up.
I know I'm going to prove I'm right. in whatever argument it is, and then I open up and then I read and I'm like, I'm an idiot. Why did I think the way I thought? You know, because like I could have did something different in the conversation, you know.
Yeah.
But that's how I'm learning. You know,
it's a learning experience, brother. Let me tell you, I don't always get it right.
Mm-hmm.
Like I had an incident at work a couple weeks ago, and the guy was really just playing with me,
Mm-hmm.
but I got so much other stuff going on in my life
Mm-hmm.
that, that just like I actually threatened to, I ain't gonna say it, but I told him, I said, look, I ain't the one to play with. I'll show you something here.
Yeah.
But I thought about what I said. I went back to him and I apologized.
Yeah.
He still doesn't talk to me to this day.
That's okay.
But I pray for him.
Mm-hmm.
And I pray for him because I don't want his heart to, drown in that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want him to be so upset with me that he puts himself in a position to not be right with God.
Yeah. I mean, as much as whatever confrontation, I mean, especially where we work, confrontation's bound to happen. I mean, it is just as much as like, why didn't you look left when you were why did you look right when you're supposed to be looking left or something? You know, like something as crazy as that.
Yeah.
And there are so many micro incidents that happen where we work every day.
Trying to tell you.
And, so that's a lot of input.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of input that we have to deal with every day. And when we are going through these things, unfortunately, we have this bag that we carry with us. And we don't want to carry it. Sometimes we don't even know we're carrying it. And we're just getting heavier and heavier. Like, man, I'm just trying to get this pallet to wherever it needs to go. Or I'm just trying to get this machine to whatever. And next thing you know, you're like, I'm dragging and I'm working so hard. And then it hits you. It's like, man, I'm upset.
But just wait till like the better day comes, right? And that's what a lot of people don't like about the Christian walk. It's the suffering.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to suffer. I don't like to suffer, but the word says suffer well.
Mm-hmm.
And it also says cast all your worries and, your cares into the Lord. And so I try my best to just
It's hard.
do that.
Hard.
It used to be hard, but brother.
It still is hard.
Man, listen. So it's this one scripture. I want to say it's in 1 John. Yeah. And in that scripture it says, it's talking about love. And it said God is love. And if you don't love, you basically don't know God. You know what I mean? And so, man, I look at that I pondered on that. Like, is that why I'm so forgiving? You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't misconstrue the love and what that really means.
Man, like, so
yeah.
My biggest thing is to display those fruits of the Spirit, right? Love, kindness, being forgiving, and having self-control. And there's something else in there, but I'm not going.
Sometimes love is actually hearing what the other person has to say. Because like sometimes like we always think that the love is on our end, like, oh, we have to love this person or hey, we have to do something. But sometimes it's, I have to love this person. So I have to open my heart and my brain up to them and give them a moment to say what they have to say. And sometimes they're saying, Bob, you're doing this wrong. And you don't want to hear that. Like sometimes I'm like, when I get advice, especially from someone I don't like, you know what I mean? Like you're going to say that to me right now? Like, really? You got both your shoes on the right feet, I guess.
I get it.
But sometimes, like you got to sit there and think, this guy's in my life because, or this person is here because they have to be. And obviously God puts everybody where they need to be. Am my eyes open to hear what this dude has to say? Because he's giving me constructive criticism. Yeah. But at the same time, I just don't like hearing it. Is that what's wrong? I don't like hearing it. Am I doing whatever?
Let me tell you, my pastor said something so powerful one day. This is what he said. He said, God tells us, he pretty much tells us, Jesus said, love. In the Bible, they preach about love. So we're really taught through the Word of God to love people, right?
Mm-hmm.
But we don't have to give everybody access. So you just because you love somebody, you don't have to be so close to them that
Correct.
you got to open up your whole your home, your life, your you know what I'm saying? You don't have to do that. All you got to do is love them.
Yeah.
Treat them with respect.
Tell
Just
tell them the truth.
be honest.
Yeah.
And so once he said that, it made it easier for me because now, because me being me, I love to help, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I had to learn that everybody does not want the best for you, right? So they'll take, and you will just be pouring into them, whether it's with finances, whether it's with your spiritual self, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you be looking like, what did I just do? I gave them way too much. And now you don't have anybody to pour back into you.
You know, my friend, the Wizard King, we have this conversation often when we're hanging out about, you know, it's like life. It's a life currency. You deposit emotions, you deposit actions, you deposit all these different things that relationships require or cost, you know? And sometimes, you know, it just, the at the end of the day, the balance doesn't check. Right. And I think with, being the Christian mindset, you know, we are supposed to just be okay with however the outcome is, because as long as you treated that person with kindness, love, and respect, then it's going to be okay. And we talk about how it's hard. You know, my dude, the Wizard King dude has like a beautiful girls, beautiful daughters. Yeah. And he does a lot for them. I think he's an amazing dad. Like, he gives me inspiration sometimes, you know, for, you know, how to think sometimes. Cause like sometimes we get clouded as men, you know, we want what we want. Whoa. And, you know, sometimes you need a buddy like the Wizard King. Yeah. Just
I get that.
Like, dude, like, shut up, Bob. You know, like, you got it so good. You're an idiot. It's like, oh my gosh, he's right. Man,
when me and that young lady fell into sin, like, I'm gonna tell you, I think I did post a video about it. I was like, man, I just gotta marry him. Like, why sit here and, you know, and burn with passion? Like, I'm gonna just marry her. But you know what I had to realize? And they did. They ate me up with that one.
Yeah.
They ate me up with it. But I will say this. Marriage doesn't cure lust. Like, a lot of people don't realize it, and they get married because they feel guilty about the things they're doing while they're in relationships, or just while they're in sin, right? And people think marriage handles that. But what happens when you feed your flesh, right? You feed your flesh with marriage. Now you're in the marriage, and now you want to cheat because, you know, the enemy is going to entice you with the things just to keep you in a sinful place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so
that darkness, that evil.
Yeah. So now you got your wife, but now he's tempting you with other women. And it might be other women that look better than your wife, cook better than your wife, or do other things way better than your wife, right? And so that's why I say,
where do you stop the, like, for instance, like it's weird because I don't think like that.
Yeah.
So I'm a different.
I see that. I see that.
So like, but
you were raised differently.
Well, right now, like, I mean, if I'm arranged or not, like, you have to come to a point at some time where you're like your own guy, like you're living in your own house, you're doing your own laundry, dishes, or whatever. Yeah. So like, but like I almost, like, when you were talking, like, I had this like thing that I was thinking about, like, man, there are men out there that have this lust for interaction and being with people, and like the fact that they're looking for a lady who just, I mean, to me, it's like a guy wants someone to be like, I like you, I want to be with you. Yeah. And that's what you need. And then when that kind of stops, it kind of like resets the clock. Like, what's going on here? I'm wasting time.
Yeah, or, man.
You know, so I get it. But like, at what time do you put like guardrails up to stop that, to try to get over that first hurdle of like, maybe I got to do something different with the same person, or like what, I don't know. I don't even know how you could answer that. Like,
Man, so I don't know if you're familiar with, well, I know you're familiar with it. You're a man of God, right? So Jesus told his disciples, it's in Matthew, and I don't like to actually quote numbers and scriptures, right? Because I might be wrong.
dude, you could be wrong. We're human beings, man. We could always look it up, and if people want to comment, they can.
But listen, Jesus told his disciples, in so many words, this is what he said. He said, "Come after me. If any man come after," the words are "come after me."
Mm-hmm.
So basically, chase me, and that's why I always said I'm seeking Jesus, right? So first you gotta deny your flesh, and that's so hard to do, because you've been in sin all these years, and now, hey, he's saying, hey, if you want this, I need you to put that to the side.
Yeah,
I need you to focus on getting to know me, so that you can get to the Father. You know what I'm saying? And so, deny your flesh, right? Pick up your cross and walk. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
And follow him.
yeah. Because like, when I think about it, I don't think Jesus ever gives us what we want. I think he gives us what we need.
Yeah.
So, and I think some people with abundance, you know, God knows those people are going to do what they do with it.
Well,
You know what I'm saying? And the people that God really intervened and gave them the abundance, those people most likely are sharing and doing what they're supposed to do. And then you have other people who may not believe in God, right? But yet they have abundance beyond belief, right? And what they do with their money, you know what they do? They still do godly things with it, because a lot of times they share it.
yeah.
You know? Now, when you think about what I need versus what I want, man, doesn't it get real small? Kind of makes it easy too.
Oh, man. So, so can I be perfectly honest?
Dude, be honest. I mean, what do you want me to say?
I
Man,
used
tell
to
me
be
some lies.
so tied up in material things.
Yeah.
Man,
I still am.
tied up in it. Bro, it was so hard for me to actually grow, because I was always in debt, right? And now it's just like, okay, Jesus, I know this breaking it done done what it had to do. I've been flat broke, getting loans, and then when I actually had a breakthrough, guess what I do? I spent it all in like months, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not talking about little money. I'm talking about a couple $100,000 gone in like 5 months. 5 months is gone,
Man.
from a lawsuit. Like, the money is gone. Like, my account went from, I want to say 230,000 to like.
Dang, I don't even know what it's like to have it.
like I'm serious. Like, you know, like it was made more money than that, but you know, by the time my lawyer fees hit and all, you know, all the people I had to pay back while I was going through that time.
Yeah.
Whoa, like, it was crazy. But the money that I did have for myself, I did way too much, and I thought I was ready, but God showed me that I wasn't. He allowed me to have that money. He allowed me that space, right? And so now I'm like, okay, I see what you did. I see. Yeah. I see your point. And so now, like I said, this person that's in my life, right? This friend is showing me things that people never really showed me. You know, people have always told me to be conservative, but like, I'm like, bro, I'm not going to do that.
How do you do that? How
I'm looking like,
eggs cost $9. Yeah, like.
But anyways, she gave me a better example, right?
Sure.
And a different way to go with it. But I'm also, in my walk now, I'm having to ask God about this and ask God about that, and even about her. You know, God, where does she sit in my life? He showed me, but you know, you have to allow people to hear from God themselves.
Yeah.
And I believe she has. And I'm not her ideal guy.
Yeah.
Let's just say that.
I think this. I mean, she's been brought up a couple times now.
Yeah.
Like you fancy her. You like her.
Yeah, that's my friend. Like,
Yeah.
Listen, I've never learned so much from somebody ever.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like since I met her, I've changed on a more personal level.
Yeah.
My desires are totally different, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do not desire a wife anymore. I mean, I want her, I do, but like I'm not like I was. Like I was like I was like pulling for a wife.
Yeah.
Now I'm like, like if he gives me that, I'm fine. But like it's a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, well, it's okay to not want to marry, and I think with so I go to Southside Church.
I'm not gonna say I don't want to marry. I'm not gonna say that.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is like I go to Southside Church and it's Andy Stanley. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Andy Stanley. A lot of things that I take away from there are either things that are like, I can't believe people think that, or like, oh man, that's a good weird way to think about things. And there was a sermon about marriage, and one of the things was it's okay not to be married, because if you're not married, then it gives you more opportunity
to be closer to God.
And to help and spread. So it's like, with your path, following Jesus and with the effort that I see you put in, right? Like, it will leave you more room, but you said 3 children.
Oh yeah.
I think that, with some of the things that you've said so far, I think that, if you haven't seen it, or if you haven't even thought about it the way I'm thinking about it, I think there's some doors being opened up.
Oh man,
for your kids.
It really is.
So because I think that number one, being a father, being a man is, it's your job to bring your kids, if you have kids, or anybody closer to Jesus.
Yeah.
So they can find out for themselves and have a relationship. So I think that, I think that if you choose to like go that route, I mean, I think you might be successful.
Yeah. So let me tell you, the more that you chase God, the more you endure. Like, I don't know how a lot of people feel about it, but I will tell you, my oldest kid, sometimes, like, I know he needs deliverance, but he has to want it, right?
No.
I'm serious. He does not want, like, I pray for him, but like, you can see him seeking God sometimes, and then sometimes he's like, man, forget this.
You're his roadmap, though.
Yeah, and I try to continuously push him, and sometimes I just don't say nothing.
How old is he?
15.
Dude,
like, man, listen, sometimes when he's having like an episode, bro, I could just look in his eyes, and I know it's not him.
Yeah.
I know when the enemy is present, bro. Like, I'm like, Lord, whatever this is, please help him and myself. Please help us.
Do you remember being 15?
Man, I was horrible at 15.
Okay. So I think that you should maybe look at it a little different. Yeah. Because, like, man, that dude, because he's a dude.
Yeah.
He's going to be a full-blown adult dude here in 3 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, I think that dude just doesn't know how to ask some things.
Yeah.
And a lot of people, and I'm included, they mistake acts of defiance as, what it appears to be.
Yeah.
We're constantly being lied to by the devil.
Constantly.
Like when I'm yelling at my kid, like, dude, I told you to clean up the bathroom because we have guests coming over for the podcast. Clean this pee up or whatever it is.
You know what, Bob? People trip on me because I don't handle him in the way that they would.
Yeah.
So I know what it is.
Yeah.
I punish him the way I punish him. Like I took his phone. I stopped giving him money. and that was that was the kicker, boy. Because after I took the phone, that's when I really saw like the attitude, and we've had suicidal attempts. Well, we really only had one. He would say things, you know, but I'm not gonna lie to you. It's been hard. Like all I can do is like give it to God, keep praying, keep talking to Him.
God's gonna give it right back to you though, because He's gonna say it's in your hands.
Yeah. So you know what? Somebody else said that, and I was like, Father God, I need to give this to you.
Yeah.
But no. So, brother, I'm gonna tell you, he's a great kid. He really is.
Yeah.
But it's kind of like a spiraling moment. You ever heard of a generational curse?
I mean, yes, I heard people talk about their generational curse, or like, hey man, it happens every 20 years in my family. We got this going on or that going on.
And man, brother, like, so, like, for a long time, I didn't know who my actual dad was. And right now, my son knows who his mom is, but he doesn't have a close bond with her, right? And because I've had him since he was a newborn. And so he battles with that real strongly. So depression has set in, but I pray every day that God delivers him. Because if I can be delivered, you delivered me from that depression. You delivered me from all that trauma that I had to suffer with when I was a child, right? And most of mine was just abandonment, you know?
Yeah. I think that's what he's feeling.
Yeah. So basically, I had a father, and then I didn't have a father. Like, when he found out I wasn't his, like, that man dipped.
Sure.
He dipped. You know what I'm saying? It was like, you know, shoot, I ain't spending time with nobody or paying for nothing that, you know, that ain't mine. So
there's a lot of reasons why men don't stick around.
Yeah.
There's a lot. I mean, even for their own child, men sometimes just don't stick around.
Yeah.
I found out my great-grandfather, my grandfather, not my great-grandfather. My grandfather was that same type of person that dipped out. And on my podcast, I had my cousin Greg and my brother Bill on. And Greg told a story about how the grandfather came to borrow money off my uncle. And, you know.
How did that go?
It didn't go. You know? So, like, people have that in their family. If we want to believe that it's a curse, then it's going to be a curse.
Ooh, I like that.
You know, it's
I like that point of view.
You know, so like I feel like with all the bad things that have been dealt in my life, and a lot of bad things happen.
Whoa!
So
with you,
dude,
bro,
everybody has crazy stories. Everybody has things that shouldn't happen to them happen to them.
Wow.
So, what you try to do is you try to keep things at bay, and then when it does come up with your kids, then you have to say, all right, yeah, so people decided to do this, and this is what happened. You know, you have to explain it to them, because we try to create this like atmosphere for our people around us, whether if it's people we work with. We talk to them, we bond with them, we give them this side of the globe. They're always seeing this side of the globe.
Wow.
And then you're with this person and they get to see a side. Like there's 1,000 sides to everybody.
I get it.
You know? So when we go through these traumatic things, we could let it affect us, or we could take how we know it and just make sure it doesn't happen again to other people.
Yeah, but a lot of that comes with growth. A 15-year-old is gonna have a hard time trying to process it, right?
Yeah.
So I really, I'm not gonna say I don't understand my child, because I really do. I just know that in the situation with me growing spiritually, the enemy finds loopholes, right?
Yeah.
And if he sees somebody angry that can possibly get to me, he's gonna use it. Whether it's my grandmother, my son, my daughter, my youngest child, or just anybody. If it's somebody close to me that can get my attention, get me off track, he gonna try it.
Yeah.
And the way that I respond to it is like, well, okay, we gonna pray about this. Me and my son, we sit down and we talk about it. We talk about scripture. Like I give him scripture to help. You know what I'm saying? Like,
does he go like, oh man, or like I don't want to hear about this?
Yeah,
like, why are you forcing me?
I think he doesn't like it because he feels like I'm preaching to him. But no, the word says train up a child in the way that they should go. So this is something that I just want him to remember.
Yeah.
When he gets older.
Yeah. We with our kids, we try to, man, it's hard, but we try not to take things from them. Because once you take something from them, then you're the person that took it away. Right? And I take things from my kid all the time. Hey, man, you're not playing with the RC car. Hey, we don't really have video games, or we don't really watch a lot of TV.
Man.
But we do have like this Nintendo NES, like small little thing. Hey, dude, you didn't clean your room. You talked back to your mom. You're not playing that video game this weekend. Like that's the extent of like what we do. But like even those micro small things, we're the people that take stuff away from them. Man,
I gotta say, your wife seems so humble. Like I haven't seen her but all of maybe 2 minutes, and like the vibe that she gives off is so humble. So like, when I say this, I don't mean it in a bad way, but like I'll say holy.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say childlike, but I didn't want to come off wrong.
Yeah.
You know how Jesus said, "Be more like children." Like that's what I get from her.
She's a huge proponent on how I'm able to continue to practice faith.
Okay.
She tests me all the time, just in life, right? With like certain manly duties, ways of thinking.
Yeah.
Right. When it came time to discipline, I was like, we're spanking them. She's like, no, don't do that. Cause you're the guy, then you're the guy that hits them. I still spanked, the first kid I spanked. And I'm the guy that hits him now. Now, like every once in a while, like
I get that, but I really do. Like, but I had to stop with that hitting too, like, because and the viewers may feel different about it, but me, if I hit you, you did something real bad.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, yeah. I probably have to spank her for like skipping school or something. You know what I'm saying? But like other than that, like,
yeah,
I haven't had a reason to in the last couple of years.
Yeah, like well, with Angela, she helps me evolve. Right? She, definitely has used common sense, which. You don't have much common sense when you think you're totally in the right. So it's like, like we had, I talked about this before on the podcast. Sorry for the story again. My son, Ethan's basically just to see what happens. He sprayed the popcorn ceiling in our bathroom with the water,
Oh man.
And, he thought I was going to have a different reaction. And I was like, dude, you're going to help me fix that. And that was it. And he's just like, okay. We didn't fix it yet. It's still, but he thought I was going to be yelling and screaming and stuff like that because, as a human being, I lose my marbles sometimes. And sometimes like a father, you're like, you scream or whatever, but when I do, when he does something serious, I don't yell and scream. I basically talk to him like, hey man, this is what happened. Do you know why it's bad? Or do you know why we should have chose differently? And I let him like work through the process. Dude, he sprayed WD-40 over one of my motorcycles and stained like all the plastic on the motorcycle. And he thought I'm a dead man. And I told him, I was like, dude, I mean, it looks like camo, I guess. Like, I don't know. Like, why did you even think about doing that? So I noticed that when I ask him, like, why did you do it?
Yeah.
Even though you did it on purpose and you're telling me you didn't do it on purpose, why did you do it? Like, what did you think? Is this an experiment for you? You just wanted to see? Did you need something from me? Like, what's going on? And ever since I've been reacting that way, and I only react that way because Angela told me that's the way I should react. Okay. And she showed me some scripture that showed me that this is getting to the root, you know?
I hope your viewers are really listening to you because the submission is real. And I think guys feel like women ought to just submit to us. But it's like a team effort.
Well, for some things they have to.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we are the head of the household.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean we're always right.
That's right. That is exactly right.
It doesn't mean that we have the best ideas. It does not mean that we are the say all be all.
That's right.
So we have to use what God gives us to move forward. My wife is a gift from God. So I'm going to listen to her, take what she has to say because she is super bright. She's super smart.
That's dope.
Yeah. So
I love that, man.
Yeah. So I lean on her a lot. And plus, another thing is, like, in a way that men might think the way women should be, she does. Because, like, you know, when I say, hey, we're moving to this or we're going to New Mexico, she's like, when? Because, like, we got to work here. We're going to go here. When? You're like, all right, I'm with you. I mean, it's not something I want to do. But, like when I told her we're moving to Georgia, she's like, when are we selling our house then? You know, like, what's the plan? Tell me the plan. And I tell her, and she says, this won't work. This is going to work. This is what we need to do. And then, like, all right. Then that's when we team up.
Wow.
You know? So, as far as, like, being, like, obedient, these are words that, I mean, I'm obedient to her. She's obedient to me. Like, together we choose to work as that, you know, because, like, what's a 7-year itch, right? Because we've been together for 13 years now. And the 7-year itch, people kept talking about the 7-year itch, and we really never had it, right? I'm pretty passive to begin with, and she's passive too, but she's more like it has to be this way, or else it's not.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you think it's cool, it's cool. So that's like a dynamic that some people don't get over if they have if they haven't figured out which roles are whose, right? Because she has roles that are hers. Like, she's the plumber. Yeah. I'll do the electric. Like, literally, no, she's the plumber. Like, we had the what do you call it? The thing that chops the food disposal or whatever. I'm like, I don't know how to do that. She's like, I got it.
Bro, so I'm gonna give you your props. Yeah. I'm gonna give you your flowers right now.
Thank you,
bro. You're doing your ministry at home, bro.
Yeah,
you really are. Like, man, you said a mouthful, and I really hope that somebody is listening to you right now that is struggling with their marriage, but I hope they're really listening because, like I said, a lot of people just don't feel that way. They feel like, hey, I'm king, I'm honcho, I'm this, I'm that, like, and you gotta respect me, but, like, we gotta honor God with the people that we marry. You know what I mean? With the relationships that we have, we gotta honor God, and in all of that.
Yeah.
Even the people that we encounter, we have to honor God with it. The people that we work with, we gotta honor God with it. You know what I'm saying? And once I figured that out, things been smooth.
Yeah.
I mean, I have things going on.
Yeah.
Truth be told, things are. I mean, they coming, and they're not gonna stop.
We have to be patient, right?
Gotta be patient.
Gotta be patient. Because if we're not patient, we might oversee something that, or I should say, we might miss something that we're trying to pay attention to. So, I mean, that's another thing too. Like, with being an influencer, I mean, you have a social presence on Facebook, Twitter, and stuff like that. I see you on YouTube.
So now I'm doing this podcast called I'm Seeking Jesus Podcast, and that's another one that I'm working on called Forgiveness. But I stopped with my personal Instagram. I just got back on it. Which my following is not that big, but it's decent. You know, right? So I'm at the point now that I want to honor God with the people that watch. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to give them no trash. I just want to be honest. Like, look, I struggle too.
Yeah.
I'm seeking God, and I mess up, and I'm vocal about it.
Yeah.
A lot of people wouldn't dare tell nobody when they failed and they went and, you know, slept around with somebody, or they did something wrong, or they lied, or you know people don't tell it.
It's only failure, like, for instance, if you stop. So for instance, like, people don't realize that if they're trying to invent something, and sometimes we're trying to invent our life, you know, when we stop, that's when we fail. You got to keep going on. You know, there's 10W40, you know, that's the 40th try, you know what I mean? Like, you know, like how many different things that people did to catch up correct, you know, to make a plane fly. How many failures?
Brother, when I tell you this, I've been on that job for a couple of months now, right? We are a union, so it is what it is, right? But on this particular job here recently, you know, things have happened, and the way that God handled me in the situation, I was like, whoa, like that just happened, but what happened behind it was like unheard of. Like nobody didn't know nothing about it.
I didn't know
nothing came about it. You know what I mean? Like, I'm looking like, God, what just really just happened? Because I was really supposed to get fired, and it didn't happen. Like, I didn't get a drug test or nothing. Like, I'm looking like, okay, God, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
I'll be more careful.
You're needed there.
Wow.
I mean, I'm not saying they couldn't. Like, I think everybody in those situations are a number. Like, everybody is just an employee ID. They have no problem just letting you go, because if you're
no problem at all,
if you're dead weight, or if you're not like-minded, or if you feel differently, these are all reasons that any of those people, white hats, can just go ahead and take you off. We don't need you.
They'll do it too.
And you know, it has nothing to say about people's personality. I know people who left that job, who got let go, were good dudes. Yeah. Yeah, they weren't pulling a lot of weight, but they're good dudes. And, you know, with management, people have to know strengths and weaknesses. Just like us in our relationships, we have to know what our strengths and weaknesses are. Sometimes, you know, you have to know who can do what and who shouldn't be doing what.
Man. So, man, again, I just trust God with that. Like, man, I'm going to be honest with you. Most of the time that I'm at work, I'm working, but I'm also like talking to others, motivating others. I see something wrong, I say something right. You know, brother, hey, this, and that. And, you know, I heard this in your voice, man. Are you okay? Like, I don't think people do it. I had to do it today, and the guy started telling me that, hey, I'm doing this for this reason. They made me bad about this. And I was like, brother, you don't have to give them all that. You're giving them too much energy, bro. Yeah. Like, just be yourself. Yeah. You know, he wasn't hearing it, but I know now that a seed was planted, because he's a great guy. You know what? I just told him, I said, look, brother, you're a great guy. You don't have to sit here and let somebody see that you're not happy. Yeah. Like, trust God with everything, bro. Like, if you don't want to be somewhere, ask God to help you. Yeah. Because he'll give you the best exit you could ever get. Right. I'm serious. Yeah. Like, he'll give you exactly what you need, but you got to learn how to be obedient. You know, it might be in his plan for you to be somebody's superintendent one day, but your attitude right now might be throwing it all the way off. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? We're humans and we're selfish. And when someone slights us or does us wrong, we really want to be vindicated and like some kind of justice take place. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I get it.
I also had an incident too at work, and I got a nice, little couple day vacation, so it can happen to anybody. That's the thing. It literally happened to anybody.
Oh, I know what that feel like.
Yeah. So when you're already marked as far as like an equipment operator, and you are expected to operate at such a high level, because like, listen, guys, we drive forklifts and trucks and heavy machinery, and some people might think, oh, that's easy, it's silly, it's whatever. I could drive a forklift at the rate that we're doing it, at the speed, at the tempo. I would consider where we're at, it is a slow tempo, high risk. So everything has that intensity to it. The smallest moves when you're working, I don't want to say too much because I know we signed non-disclosure agreements about the job that we're at.
Yeah.
But every small thing is a big thing.
That's
so
right. Most definitely.
Yeah. So it's at we're operating at a high level, and I would say that the equipment operators that we have on site are doing a great job.
Oh yeah, they're dope.
Yeah,
they're dope.
And the people that are working on site, the people that are still there, and hopefully the people that are coming in, they're going to be able to operate well there too. So it's kind of stressful for when we're in our everyday. Think of being in that traffic. You're on 85 or 285. It's bumper to bumper traffic, and you got 30 motorcycles lane splitting. That's what it feels like all the time at work. And to have you sit there and be able to think for one moment, let me make this dude feel better by just trying to talk to him and to help him have like a platform to stand on, at work, that's big. Like, you have enough energy to do that. Not everybody is able to do that. And I don't think everybody's equipped to be able to do that. So that's like a superhuman power you have.
Man.
I think that's great.
That's nothing but the power of God, because I haven't always been this person.
So you're growing, man. You're growing into it.
When I say everything that I do, I just want God to get glory from it, bro. Like, sometimes when I talk to people, they be like, man, all you talk about is God. I'm like, bro, if you understood what it was like before versus what it's like now, where I've came from, what I've been delivered from, bro, you would understand why I talk about God like I do.
Yeah.
Like, and it's so crazy because my family respect me, but my family don't, like, they don't see it. They just see old me, right? And so, like, they don't support my content and like none of that.
Well, I mean, dude, you have to expect that. Nobody is going to see you the way you want to be seen, right? They're going to see things that you don't see, and they're not going to see things that you can see in yourself. Dude, you're like the big Yeti in the woods, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, do you ever feel like you're doing something so damn good, you just want one person to check it out and be like, oh, Bob's doing this and that, or Bob's good at this, or Bob's helping this, or you just like want a little bit of recognition. It's guilty. Like, you don't, like I just want a little bit of recognition. Look, I did something pretty cool, man. I stacked that straight as can be, or, I was able to get XYZ finished so we can move forward with this project. Like, you just want like an attaboy or something. You just want somebody to see something. And it doesn't. Yeah. So like, we can't expect everybody to see the things, that are happening. Sometimes people don't need to see it.
Yeah, because, bro, when I say I used to be the biggest liar, that listen, big liar, bro. And sometimes if things don't go away for somebody else, and it's having something to do with me, they'll hit me with, oh, he ain't nothing but a big liar. I'm looking like, what I got to do with it? I'll be like, okay, I'm gonna let you have it.
Yeah,
it's cool.
And sometimes with me in the past, right, with things that I've been dealt with, dude, I have to accept it and own what I did. You can't just forget it. You know what I mean? I was involved in a vehicle accident where the wreck was real bad, and I hurt 2 little girls, and I hurt their father. And for the longest time, I thought I killed somebody in a vehicle accident.
Wow.
Because no one would tell me anything. And even to this day, even though that I know that everyone's okay, because of the feelings that I had back around when that was going on, I still have nightmares.
Wow.
Yeah. I'll wake up every once in a while like I killed somebody.
Bro.
And then like I have to realize like, no, it's 2025 or whatever. And I see my beautiful wife next to me sleeping, snoring. I'm like, all right, I'm in Noonan right now.
Wow.
I'm in Georgia right now.
Man.
So it's like, got to own it, but we also got to forgive ourselves.
Yeah, man. So you still haven't heard from them?
So legally, I wasn't allowed to talk to them because they had such a high settlement through the company that I was working for. And I was working for a company early in the morning, was in a head-on collision, and I got life-flighted out to the hospital. They did not get life-flighted, I don't think. But I have complete amnesia from the whole entire incident. And I was like diagnosed with amnesia too, because I didn't remember names, phone numbers that I was supposed to remember. And it took me about 2.5 years to have like some form of like memory. And even to this day, I'll remember something. And a buddy of mine was like, nah, man, that didn't happen like that. Like, wow. Oh, dude, that sucks.
So, I'm going to say that, man, you really should forgive yourself, but ask God to, like, help you.
Oh,
like,
I do.
Like, help you with the hurt of that. You know what I'm saying? That because a lot of people don't talk about stuff like this.
Yeah.
A lot of people are scared to, talk about how they feel, but that's actually the best thing to do is just talk about it with somebody that you feel comfortable with, like especially a wife or a good friend.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't like counseling.
Yeah.
A lot of people do not like counseling. I don't know why.
You ever see a therapist?
Yes.
See, I don't like it.
Bro, let me tell you.
Tell me how you feel about that. And why do you think you feel that way?
Bro, let me
it's like
tell
I'm on a hamster wheel with you, guy.
Talking to somebody about the things that you feel, somebody that, I'm not going to say that they've been through it, but they're trained and, they're educated enough to know that, hey, I know what to say to help him get better. You know what I mean?
I'd rather talk to a total stranger.
I mean, that's what the person is.
Yeah.
It's a total stranger that you got to pay,
Yeah.
right? So basically, it's for our own gain, right?
Yeah.
And so talking to somebody that is educated enough to know that, hey, he traumatized.
Yeah. See, I'd rather talk to a pastor or someone from church more than like a trained therapist or psychologist. Like I went to a therapist and it was like rough.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of that is because we feel like we don't need help.
Yeah.
And we won't open up as much. So we just withhold a lot of information.
Yeah.
We're not really honest. Like we're men. Like I've been there, bro. Like at first, when I first started, I wasn't honest.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not gonna say I wasn't honest, but I just kept things back. You know what I'm saying? I didn't tell everything because I was shamed.
Oh, see, I was the complete opposite. I was like, there's everything, dude. And the guy he's like, so tell me about that. How do you feel about that? And you're like, what? I just told you everything. It's like, you're going to tell me?
But you didn't tell them how you felt.
Oh, I said everything. I told everything.
You told them what you did.
I went for 6 months.
And no results?
No, I was like, I am not spending this money anymore. I am going to go talk to a total stranger.
Bro, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Let me tell you, when I stopped, bro, when I stopped seeing my therapist, I started having anxiety attacks. That was weird. I was like, dang, over all of this, over not talking to somebody?
Wow. Well, people were different. You know what I mean? Like, once again, like, dude, when I was younger, my friends and I, we would do like wild, like silly things. We would go to this area called Oakland. It's like just outside of Pittsburgh. And we'd talk to homeless people. We'd buy homeless people food, hang out with them. Like, dude, what's going on with you? Why are you sleeping on a box on the side of the street? You know?
Wow.
And, you know, like they didn't give a shit. They were just like eating pizza, eating French fries from the O when the O used to be there. And, you know, they would tell us their story. We came across this guy. I always forget his name. I think his name was David or Charlie or something like that. I forget. But he lived inside the walls of a place called the Cathedral of Learning in Pitt. And the man was a professor. And he broke one day and decided to leave his family and just live in the college.
Wow.
Yeah. And he had a pretty wild story, man. And it's like, and when I was young, I was 16, 17, and we were going down to, you know, the college campus, rollerblading at nighttime, just hanging out, talking to people and hearing his story. I didn't even think because, you know, you're 16, you don't think about family. You're just like, wow, that guy decided to live inside the walls of a school.
Man, that's crazy. But, man, deliverance is something, bro. Even for me, bro, I learned to just be with the spirit of like adoption, right? Because for so long I felt rejected. And even though some of the people around me were not rejecting me, I just felt like it was gonna be that. So I kind of wrote them off. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that happens.
And so we all have a past, right? I want to double back to what we were just talking about with you and the nightmares.
Yeah.
Bro, man, I really want you to be delivered from that, bro.
Me too.
Like, bro, like, so I'm really getting all of your business. Like,
man.
How often do you like pray?
Every day.
Like, do you give him time? Do you make personal time for him?
I'll tell you, my morning, I wake up. I get ready to go, right? I tell my wife good night, or goodbye, I love you. I'll see you when I get home. Yeah. You know, if I'm all dirty and greasy, I'll give her a tap on the foot. If I'm in new clothes, clean clothes, I'll reach over and I'll give her a kiss goodbye. I make my coffee. I throw my lunch in my box. I get in the car, drive to work, clock in, park, and then I pray. Yeah. I pray for a good day. I pray for everyone around me to have a successful day. And then, you know, I pray for my health, my, you know, basically just what's going on with my family and stuff, for them to be safe and healthy in Pennsylvania. And then I go about my day. And then lunchtime, you know, I'll probably say like, dear Lord, you know, like, because there's a couple guys at work that they're going through some things. And I'll do a little prayer like, hey, man, like, I know this guy's doing this and this guy's doing that. Please, like, show them your love. Show them that you're here. Go into their hearts, you know. And I'll do a little pray there. Yeah. Come home. We pray dinner. Or I pray a lot.
Man, so listen, I got a challenge for you.
Yeah.
So, bro, for the next month, an hour early in the morning time, just wake up an hour early.
Oh, man. Okay.
Pick you a spot in your house, and you go there, and you pray for 1 hour.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you just pray for 1 hour.
Yeah.
Bro, I'm telling you, things will show up that you thought not. Changes will be made, bro. Yeah. Even with the people around you. And I feel the Holy Spirit right now, right? So I'm telling you, just give it 1 hour. Yeah. Give the Father 1 hour of your time before you do anything. Before you get ready for work, before you go in the bathroom. Like, give him your time.
Yeah.
Like, make that spot comfortable. I don't care whether it's on the floor in a chair, but make it comfortable for you so that you can sit there for 1 hour and just give him time.
Is it more of a meditation or like?
No, it's just prayer, bro. Like your time with God is your time with God.
Yeah.
Nobody can really tell you how that can be.
I don't even know what to say for an hour.
But, brother, when you start praying,
yeah,
like the word says, pray in spirit and truth, right? So it's from the heart. And you're just pouring out. So most of the prayer might be about somebody else because we're here to help others, right? Yeah. We're here to love others, and we have to, we do pray for others. I do, and I'm pretty sure others do too. But half of the time, most of the prayer is not even about us. It's just the time that we put in that God values. This man woke up an hour early to give me an hour of his time. Yeah. But I'm really challenging you to do it for like 1 month.
Yeah. That's a big ask.
Yeah. 1 month. But yeah, I know in the next week and a half, I'm going to hear something from you. And you're going to tell me. It's going to be something good.
I'll tell you, I'll try, but waking up so early in the morning.
Bro, you have no idea with the things that I do, man. I try my best to fast 24 hours, twice a week.
Wow.
The waking up early in the morning just really started back again because I slacked off for a long time. And I heard the Holy Spirit the other day, and he was like, pray for 1 hour. And that was right before it was time for me to get up. So I had like 1 hour. It was 4 o'clock in the morning. I usually don't get up till 5.
Bring it closer. Yeah, there you go.
I'm sorry. I really don't get up until 5. So it was maybe like 3:50 something. And the Holy Spirit was like, pray for 1 hour. I was looking like, okay. I didn't have a whole lot to pray about, but I started.
Yeah.
And, it went from there. And by the time it was like 4:50 something, that's when I actually looked at the phone. I'm looking like, whoa.
Time to go.
You see what I'm saying? Like, just that quick.
Yeah.
Didn't even notice it. So all we have to do is just be obedient, bro.
Yeah, technically it would only be like 30, 40 minutes more than what I already do. Yeah. I'll try it. I can't promise anything, but I will try it.
Yeah, because,
I accept that challenge.
Yeah, seeking the kingdom first, bro. So a lot of people see that in so many different ways. Like, but you actually waking up and you go into your space. Before you tell your wife good morning, you go into your space. And you giving God his time. That's man, for me, man, I don't even have words. Yeah. Because with the things that I've been battling and the things I've been experiencing at work, the peer pressure, the way that I deal with it is truly from God. Because old me couldn't have done it.
It's sad to hear that you're dealing with peer pressure at work. Is it peer pressure? Can you talk about it? Like, is it possible to talk about it?
I mean, so like, when people get in a rush, they're gonna want you to do things that are not right. You know what I'm saying? And things that are not right. The possibilities of things going wrong. On our job, a certain craft is not supposed to rig, but they feel like, well, hey, such is not around, and we're cool, so you can do this for me. And I'm like, man, we friends and all, but this is how I take care of my children. This is how I pay my bills. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna be safe. So if you're not supposed to do it, then you're not gonna do it. You get somebody that's certified to do it. Yeah. And so they hate when I talk like that, but hey, I shook his hand. At the end of it, I said, hey, I wasn't trying to be rude. I understand we cool, and I want to keep it that way, but we gotta follow the rules.
Well, yeah, that peer pressure, I would basically say, in order for us to stay cool, you got to do it this way, because like we always put a lot of emphasis on like, man, I hope we're cool with that dude, or hey, I hope I'm cool. Like, no, man, they got to be cool with you, because like you are literally the person doing the motion. They connect it and then they walk away, and it's all of a sudden your responsibility.
All our responsibility.
People used to get mad at me because, like, I don't want to say people used to get mad at me. Sometimes they still do get upset. I say, hey, man, I have this thing on my forks. I want it to be basically a cradle. So let's run the ratchet strap this way, and I know it won't slide off. Because sometimes they want to go from the straight to the top, all the way around the bottom. And I'm like, no, man, this is long. This is 14
That's
feet
crazy.
long.
That's one reason I just don't want to operate cranes anymore. Everybody be like, man, why don't you just go and get your certs back? Like, bro, no. Like, I'm not chasing money anymore.
No,
it's not even worth it.
I would like to operate cranes. It's been a long dream of mine to operate cranes. Yeah, dude, there's two things that I really, really want to do. But by the time I'm old and not able, I want to have my pilot's license, my crane operator license for many different cranes. I already have, we have our CDLs already. We could drive truck. And I want to be able to have all of that all at one time to know that I'm employable in many different fields.
Whoa.
So I want to be like, all right, I can crane operate, I can machine operate, I can drive.
Yeah.
I could be a flight instructor or something like that.
Okay.
You know, so I want to be employable. I've been wanting to see where I grew up, we didn't have much money. You know, we didn't think poor. We don't have money. And growing up, I always wanted to be an airline pilot. And when I was like 19 years old, 18 years old, I'm working for a company called ASIG, Aircraft Service International Group. That's what it was. I don't know if they're still around or not, but, you know, so I'm at Pittsburgh International Airport at like 18, 19 years old, refueling jet airliners.
Whoa.
And I'm having the time of my life. It paid nothing, but I'm having the time. I lived at home. I'm connecting, you know, airplanes to fuel systems that are beneath me. And it just dawned on me like, dude, I want to be an airline pilot. I started looking at how much it costs. And my wife goes, or my mom goes, where are you going to get the money? And right then and there, the dream just like, I'm never going to get the money. I live in Sheridan.
It's crazy because I think knowing that, you know, our purpose is our purpose, right? And what God has for you is for you.
Closer.
What God has for you is for you.
Bring the mic closer to you. You can be.
Oh, no. You good. I need to sit up. It's very comfy over here.
Nice.
But so I had this vision a while back, and my grandmother, she was a pastor, right?
Yeah.
And she has this church, and it's down in the country, very, very country, down below Dublin, Georgia. And now that church belongs to me. It's really still hers, but it's in my name, right? And so, like, God showed me that vision of, it wasn't per se that church, but it was in that location, just rebuilt. And God told me in that vision how it was going to come to pass. And I was just like, whoa. And so for a long time, I've been like going back and forth with this thing about having to do ministry. Because a part of me wants it, but then a part of me doesn't. So I'm looking like, okay, at this point, God, whatever you want for my life, I'm okay with it. I'm cool. And so now we're here. Like, I'm doing it. I'm being vulnerable with people. I'm letting them know that this is a hard walk, but, you know, so let's be honest. Where in the word does it say it's going to be easy?
Yeah.
I don't see it. Everybody that they gave examples about in the word, it was tough for everybody.
There kind of is not the verbiage.
No, I'm just saying that.
Yeah.
When we look at it, it was really tough for everybody. Like, down to the shortest stories. Yeah. So, yeah, you're right. That is not the verbiage. But
no. What I'm saying is, it's like, because he tells you not to worry.
That's right.
And if you don't worry, it should be easy.
I get you.
So, but it's the human thing is yeah, I mean, it's going to be hard because we have feelings and
suffering. So suffering well, I feel like, why do they word it like that?
They're smart.
Why do they word it like that?
Yeah.
But like, having to deal with things, having to, go through only makes you stronger.
Yeah.
So the going through is getting better for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
So now, even dealing with all these people that are in my life and all the crushing down and all the words, all the things that people are doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just like, well, Lord, I just pray that they get better. I just, like I was telling my grandmother, she called about my son the other day, and I was like, well, Grandma, all we could do is pray for him at this point. We done said all we can say. We've done all we can do. So I'm going to just continue to pray.
I think you're lying to yourself there.
I don't feel like that, man. Like, because I know what happened for me, right?
Don't stop, ever stop. You can't.
So I'm not giving up on him. I'm just trusting God with him.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I see where you're
so
going.
So, like, I'm still his father. He's still in my custody, but I don't push him. Yeah. I don't push him to not do this anymore like I used to, because when I realize when I do it, I'm pushing them closer to it.
Yeah. We don't. That's the last thing we want to do is push our child into somewhere where it's basically making them just be away from us, because the further they get away, the deeper they're going to get somewhere else.
So what I do now is I just take him to church with me, and I embrace him, and I want him to be able to have community, because sometimes we get the biggest breakthroughs of our life through other people, right?
Yeah.
And, I don't know how it's going to happen, but I'm ready for it to happen.
I have an idea. I don't know if this works for everybody, but I know with me, when I get charged with something, for instance, a task to do something, I don't want to do it. But once I start doing it and I decide to own it, and there is a decision to own it. Like, for instance, like if he had you guys go to church, I don't know if there's a group of teenagers or whatever, he gets tasked to, like, hey man, just like make sure all these people show up. Make sure, these 8 kids come to this room. And it's a small little detail there. But all of a sudden he's like, I have a purpose, it's a job. And all of a sudden he has some authority. What's your authority? Just making sure people get here. All of a sudden they start to own it when they're, not really responsible, but they could have an impact.
Yeah, I get it.
I do that with my boys. And when it comes time for things, they fall in line themselves.
Man, I just watched it, bro.
Yeah.
I just literally watched that, man. Man, like I said, again, I think I'm giving you your flowers tonight. Like, man,
well,
like I said, because this is your ministry first, home, right?
Yeah.
So
starts here.
Yeah, I'm not saying that every person has a okay home, right? Some people might be going through hell in their home.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about like this, because like I see you, dude.
Yeah.
Like I see you. So to me, it's undeniable. You might have some old tendencies. You might have some things that you're battling through, but I see you. And I see a direction. And if you stick with it, you're going to be successful. And I don't mean financially successful. I think you're going to get to the goal of knowing the Lord the way you're going. And with that, you are going to have some answers to other really complicated things. So as long as you're patient and your heart and mind is opened up, dude, I don't know. That's the only thing I can say is I see you, dude. And you should be very happy where you're at right now, because you have a lot to offer.
Man, I was telling somebody this morning, I said, man, I'm so happy. Like, because whether we like it or not, we are sitting here talking to each other.
Mm-hmm.
We had a great day at work, right?
Mm-hmm.
Think about the person that didn't
Mm-hmm.
wake up, that was laying next to their spouse.
Yeah.
What that spouse got to deal with this morning, all this day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just know that I'm blessed, and for anybody that went through something today, I pray that it all gets better. Like I really do.
Yeah. And it will, man. Like people just have to find their way. And people think that it's not going to be hard work. Like you said, it's not going to be easy because like all the struggles here. When it's in your mind, like I struggle with things every day. And there's things that I totally like, I'll struggle with it. And then I finally get answers for it and I manhandle it and I think it's behind me. And then it pops up again and I falter.
Man, okay, totally off. Well, it's not off subject, but it's kind of just.
Yeah.
Somebody asked me something today on social media. They asked me, how does God talk to me?
Mm-hmm.
I don't even think I answered that question yet, but to be honest with you, God talks to me through the word.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes I can hear him in my mind, like, telling me what not to do.
Yeah.
Don't do that. That's not a good decision. That's why the word says have a clean conscience. You know what I mean?
It's hard
so you can hear the Spirit, right? And man, I remember just this one time. It only happened one time to where it was like very audible. He just called my name out of nowhere. I'm looking like, bro, I know I'm not tripping. And then I got this text from one of my spiritual leaders, and right after that happened, I'm at work on a job a couple years ago, and this text said, all he wants you to know is he is all you ever needed.
Oh, wow.
Man, so I know that was nothing but God. But I've had encounters since then, bro. And the first one was with Jesus. And so I don't know if you ever heard a preacher preach about it or seen it in the Bible. I think it's in Revelation. Don't know exactly where it is. But when the sky is black and Jesus comes out of the sky or whatever, man, I saw it. I thought I'm not gonna lie, I didn't think I was dying or nothing. Like in that moment, I was amazed, right? Because when he was coming down, I can see him, but when he was like right here in front of me, like in my face, bro, my eyes were like shut.
Wow.
I couldn't open them. Like he was like bright. I felt like if I was to open my eyes, like I don't know what would happen to them. Like he was just that bright.
Yeah.
So
I've never had anything like that happen.
Bro,
that's amazing.
He showed me an image of my own heart. And it's so crazy. Like during that time that I was, there was another encounter. It was during the time that I was trying to rekindle with my ex-wife. Just trying to make wrongs right, like I said. So we have different beliefs. And we had such a bad argument one night, and I remember this because I was at the hospital with my uncle, right? He died last year. I think I was up there with him for like maybe 4 or 5 days. And I had that encounter there with the Spirit of God. And it came like, it was more so like a dream, but the way that I felt when I had the encounter with Jesus versus when I had the encounter with the Spirit of God, man, let me tell you, that anointing from both sent me out of the rooms.
Wow.
Man, I was trying to get it off of me. Like, when I tell people that, most people laugh, but like, if you just, some people don't understand what it felt like.
Yeah.
Like, it was electrifying, bro. Like, bro, and it sounded like, I don't even want to even go there right now, but that was the realest thing I've ever encountered. You ever seen somebody run out of a house out of a dream,
Oh,
trying to get God's anointing off them.
yeah, that's a sight that I just uncommon to hear about. You know,
I ran out of the door
Some
of the
people
house
say-
when I had the first encounter,
Yeah.
and I was just trying to get it off me. Like, just it was too much.
yeah,
And bro, when I had it at the hospital, I ran out of the room, down the hallway, out the doors, trying to get it off me.
yeah, man,
Bro, it was something.
jeez,
And he told me to go. And so from that point on, I stopped dealing with my ex-wife. And we just have not talked
oh man,
on that level anymore.
yeah. Well, I mean, both parties have to be willing to talk and be present.
Yeah.
You know, that's the key thing, I think, to any relationship. I'm not talking about just husband and wife. I'm talking about friends, talking about colleagues. Everybody has to be present, because if as soon as one person is not present, then there's stuff that's going to falter and flake off.
I've tried, but I feel like at this point, I'm just gonna have to do it the legal way, you know, because now I'm reaching out more, I'm talking more, I'm being more supportive as a father. One thing that I struggled with as a child is not having my father there. And so once that person said something to me about it, it clicked at me like, okay, you do need to do better.
Yeah.
You do need to show up for your children. And so ever since then, I've been, showing up.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know how to father, but I'd show up.
I've been showing up.
I sit there and like, and if there's any takeaways of just showing up, is like, you can't say that you weren't there.
Yeah.
You were there, and we're never going to get anything 100% right. And with life in general, dude, we're only here for a blip. So when it is our time to leave our mark, that mark starts day one when it comes to kids or any relationship. And if somebody can't forgive, that's on them.
I get it.
And as long as you're willing to move forward in a positive way and to continue working with people who don't even really want to work with you, that'll just show God's resilience that he's given, because we don't have it. We have to ask for resilience over and over and over.
Man.
We have to ask for patience over and over and over. And, with being a human, we're always going to mess up because we got these brains that flicker like, computers.
And that's weird. I find myself asking God for his wisdom now because I realize that my thoughts are not his thoughts, because the things that, the way he handled things, you make me mad, like, me with a, either I'm going to shut down on you or I'm going to try to do something to you.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And like, now I'm going to be like, man, let's pray about it. Or like, I'm sorry.
Yeah. I always take blame for if somebody even does something to me, I'm like, man, I'm sorry. I guess if I didn't do that, this wouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Like, oh man, we had a guy at work, he's giving me all the wrong hand signals. He's no longer at the company anymore, but he's giving me all sorts of wrong hand signals. And, piece of metal fell close to him, scary situation for him and me, but I was doing what he was asking. And it resulted in a piece of metal falling, which made a noise, and, him being on the trailer, it was, he got mad at me. And then he started just saying whatever he said to all these other people. And I had someone come up to me and say, hey, you got to watch out. This dude's saying some stuff. And I'm like, really? And they're like, we don't know what it sounds like, it's pretty bad, whatever. So I was in my mind, oh, this guy might try to start something with me. So to nip it in the bud, like, I'm going to go straight to him. And I did. And he told me a completely different story. Like, oh, no, everything's fine. Everything's fine. So I said, hey, man, whatever happened, I could tell you were upset when it happened. I said, I'm sorry. Whatever I did is probably my fault. You know, seeing all the hand signals and everything, you know, sometimes I do the joystick wrong. So it's my fault. I know it wasn't my fault because, I just know it wasn't. And anyway, by me saying it was my fault, it de-escalated a lot.
Wow.
You know, that way that dude felt vindicated. I'm not going to like sit there and, you know, argue with the guy. You know, it's my fault, man. Sorry. You know, if you want to write that step card or whatever on me, go ahead. If it helps you get through whatever, go ahead. I didn't say that to him, but that's what I was thinking.
Man, we got to watch how we treat people.
Yeah.
I had a guy that kind of did something similar. Like, so he felt like I wasn't qualified to be over him. And he made the necessary steps to put me back in a place that he felt like I needed to be in. And for a minute, I was mad at him, but I wound up forgiving him and just learning how to deal with him.
Yeah.
And he said some things to me that were not really appropriate. And let me tell you, the way God handled that situation, because I had to wash my hands with it. I'm like, okay, I'm not wishing nothing bad on this guy, but man, the day he got let go, like, which was really just a couple of weeks later, man, it felt like weight was lifted off my shoulder.
Yeah, we feel because we don't have that tension there anymore.
Man, I was like, God, like, you ain't have to do him like that, but I mean,
yeah. Well, sometimes we get taken care of in ways that we don't expect. You know, sometimes you know, as we're falling down that rocky hill, we're like, why the heck are we falling? And, you know, every time we hit a rock, which is metaphorical to like situations, we learn something. So, you know, if we didn't learn anything through these trials and tribulations, you know, we're either so self-absorbed to not learn, or we are just so calloused of going through bad things all the time that we lost some kind of compassion, you know, even for the people that are doing us wrong.
Gotcha.
So, but dude, give us something to sum up the podcast, man. It's almost 2 hours.
Man.
Yeah.
This podcast for sure is bomb, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that, man.
I like it because first and foremost, y'all were very, very welcoming. I appreciate that. I felt like I was at home.
Good, man.
Your boys are very well mannered.
Thank you.
When your youngest son realized I was bald headed, he looked at me for a second like,
oh, dude, he's
he looked at me for a minute. He was just like, oh wow, I wasn't expecting that. But your wife was nice. You could definitely see, like, you could see the God in her, bro.
Yeah.
Just with them being in her presence for just that small amount of time. And you, man, like, working with you, you're so calm. So, to be honest with you, from the get-go, I watched you trying to figure out how you are, and I talked to you, and I'm like, okay, you're not a bad dude.
This guy's weird.
No, I mean, because different is not weird. You know what I mean? Like, it's good to be different because you can't. I think how we connected the first time when we was talking about the camera stuff.
Yeah,
and so that was an icebreaker for me. You know, like I like talking about electronics. So
Gear.
you had me with that one.
You're a gear guy. That's
yeah,
for sure.
you had me with that one. So, you know, when I was in the world dealing with all that other stuff, I felt like my camera would help me make it.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's all I needed was my camera. Like I could do this videography, I could do these photos. Man, none of that stuff. My relationship with God was like,
well, what you're able to do with your phone, that camera in that phone,
man.
I'm telling you, dude. I guess we can sum it up in this. Like, you know, Jabre will give me all these links that I could put in the description below that you guys can check his stuff out. Dude, just by going over your videos and just like, who's this guy? Like, oh, he's into this, he's into that. I feel like that not even really meeting you in person, like looking you through the videos, I still see you being very earnest in the videos. Like I see you trying to make a connection. So like, if I could feel that, you know, I know that I've met you, but like, just I'm saying, disregard that, and like just from your videos, like you guys will be able to have a point of view that's worth listening to. You know, maybe a different perspective. It's about the lens that you see through. You know, give it a shot. I enjoy it, and like I said, I see you, man, and you have a lot to offer. And every time you learn something, I know I'm going to learn something. Yeah. So it's a community of videos on YouTube, right? You got to really watch what you watch on YouTube.
Say that again.
But when you come across your video, dude, I stop and I watch the whole thing.
Oh,
like, all right, who's this guy? When we do the analytics on my videos, like people watch, I think on average of the 17 minutes, and then
wow.
That's pretty much it. There's a couple episodes that have retention of like 80%, but they're really wild videos, so they definitely are enticing.
Yeah. So my shorts are like that. My shorts.
I watch them all
like,
the way through.
But the actual. The actual videos that we post, like the anything past 5 minutes, like they don't get, many views at all. But it's cool. Like like I said, it's about spreading the gospel. That's all that I care to do at this point.
And you're going to continue doing it.
That's all.
Yeah. Well, man, I wish you the best. And next time you come on, maybe tell us, like, are you working on anything as far as your podcast goes? Like, where can they find your podcast? Is it YouTube, or are you putting it on anywhere else?
Yeah, so my YouTube is The Real Jabre. It's The Real Jabre, Jabre. I'll give him those links so that he can list them. My Instagram is the same thing. I am working on a podcast called I Am Seeking Jesus. I do have an Instagram for it that I just started, and I'm continuously posting videos on YouTube. So yeah,
that's awesome. It is. That's really good. Yeah. Well, dude, thanks for coming on, man. I appreciate you being here. Seriously, it's a big deal to me. Everybody that I have on the podcast intrigues me to a certain extent where they're going to be in my life. So I wanted to showcase you to my world. So,
oh, man. I'm going to share something with you.
Yeah.
So I already dreamed of this day, right? Not so much as right here in the spot, but I encountered what was going to be. And so in that moment, an angel came out of nowhere and handed me white flowers in the midst of you interviewing me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so I was like, wow. And when I was looking it up, all it meant was purity. And you know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, that's dope.
Yeah.
So, man,
thank you.
I try to be holy all the time, bro. It's hard.
Well, I mean,
but this is the life that I want to live.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
We got to fight for it.
When people see me and they hear me, I want them to see that. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, I see you, and I know you're fighting for it. And, dude, I think you're doing a good job. Just stay resilient, you know? Everyone falters. Everyone trips. Get back up. Go at it again.
Go at it again.
But thank you guys for joining us. I appreciated my time with Jabre.
And I appreciated you, man.
I have to check them out. All the links are going to be in the description. And don't forget to like and to subscribe to his podcast and, you know, give him some likes and props on his social media sites. And thank you for joining us on the Bob Dodd Show. Later.
Later.